Hi Stampers, it's super awesome Stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, USA. I'm excited to be participating in the September Mega Make and Take hosted by the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. My project features the Forever Greenery Suite by Stampin' Up! In the first part of my segment, I'll assemble the kit contents into a greeting card. In the second part of the segment, I'll split up the kit contents and create two projects using the same kit contents. My second video segment will feature a card using one of those gold hoops in that Forever Greenery product suite. In addition, I'll share my Kits in the Mail program, the Paper Pumpkin monthly kit program, and also a few little fun things along the way. So join me for both of my video segments and let's get stamping. My project features products from the Forever Greenery stamp set by Stampin' Up! So here's one of the samples. Here's another sample. Now there were 6 different kits in my offering because the laser cut specialty paper had 6 different gold frames. So this is how they come in the package when you order as a customer. And they're all laser cut, so they are attached just at strategic points on this sheet, and you just pop them out and they're ready to go. So you get 3 sheets like that. And then there's also 3 sheets of what I'm calling the statement pieces. So again, there were 6 large pieces, so everybody got a different piece. And then I included one of the smaller leaf pieces in your kit as well. So like I said, they were all a little different. In addition, here is the patterned paper pack. So in this package, there are 6 designs. They're double-sided. You get 2 sheets of each. So Stampin' Up! Packages are papers for the customer, so that you get a greater variety. So this is the pattern on the front, and then this is the pattern on the back. So I just wanted to share that up close and personal. So let's get to making our project. So I'm going to set this off to the side a little bit. And then look for your kit that's got this shaded spruce cardstock, and it has my business card in it. Open it up and pull everything out. Oh, my gold threads is inside. And then this cello bag, it's actually something that Stampin' Up! Sells. This will go through the postal system. Now, some post offices require extra postage, but if you make your card flat, and this one can be made pretty flat, you should be able to get this through the postal system with one forever stamp. All right, so set my business card aside and keep that handy in your file in case you need to place an order. All right, so open it up and see what you got. In this kit, we've got, so I layer things up in the kit so that what's on top is the topmost piece. So pull everything aside from the pattern paper up. Let's start with that white. So the white we're going to attach to the inside of your card. If you don't want to attach it now, that's fine. So you can stamp something later. But I always line my cards with a piece of Whisper White. And that Whisper White is 1/6 of an 8.5 by 11 piece. That way I don't have any scrap Whisper White hanging around. All right, so now just kind of dump everything off of your pattern paper and decide which pattern you want up. So I'm going to opt for the leaves with the white. But again, you've got, it's double-sided. You can decide if you want this one up or this one up. Oh, maybe I'll have that up. Ooh, I kind of like that. We're going to have that side up. So again, decisions. We're going to have this side up this time. So use some glue. I'm using my Tombow Multi Glue, just liquid glue. The liquid glue gives you a few seconds to slide it exactly in place where you'd like it. Okay, my next layer is going to be this laser cut panel. And before I try to glue that down, I am going to decide how we want to layer everything else. So find your pattern piece. So this strip is just 4 by 1. It was what was cut off when I cut down the pattern piece. So instead of adding it to my scrap pile, I decided to include it in your kit. So I think that's going to go through the center. And then some of your statement pieces will still have, will still be attached to the, still be attached to some of the gold. So just kind of gently pull those away and set that aside. Now the statement pieces usually fit one way. They're pretty large, so this statement piece is going to have to go this way. And then we can put some of our ribbon there. That's the open weave, part of the Forever Greenery Suite collection. And then your smaller leaf statement piece. So just gingerly pull that, separate it from the surrounding gold paper that it was attached to. Easy peasy. So that's gonna go there. And then I've got your punch shape. It's gonna tuck it right there. And then you got a strip of these gold glitter enamel shapes. So you get to decide where you want all of your shapes. If you've got this leaf, they fit perfectly right along the stem of that leaf. This leaf, I put a few in between the leaves and then at the ends of the ribbon and one at the top. Kind of moves your eye around there. All right, so I think that's how I'm going to layer up my pieces. So before I attach anything down though, I'm going to stamp a sentiment on my tag. So I'm using the Shaded Spruce ink pad. And then this hello sentiment is from the Forever Greenery Suite. I'm going to try to get this stamp done straight. Oh, I didn't do a great job, did I? So it was, I'm going to try to look through there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm done with my Shaded Spruce stamp set or ink pad. So I'm going to close that up, set that aside so I don't get ink where I don't need it. And then my hello, I think I'm going to tuck it something like that. Last, I see I have got a little bit of my gold thread here. Where I'm going to put this. So you have a little bit of creative license here with my kit to decide where you want to put your pieces. How about I'm going to tuck this one over there and see if I like it over there to balance off my delicate leaf right there. Or do I just like it? I think I like it like that. All right, so now since these are laser cut pieces, you can't use a tape runner. So I'm using my liquid glue again, and then I am just going to pull this off here. And we're going to have a statement piece in the center and then a piece of designer series paper coming in the middle there. So I know I can probably add, you know what? I'm going to pull in my tear and tape. Since I know I'm going to have my strip of pattern paper through the center, I can put a piece of tear and tape strip there. This will be better than the liquid glue. I won't get the liquid glue oozing out. And then my statement piece is, I'm going to cut a little bit off of that. How about I just tear that in half? And I put a little bit above and below my larger tear and tape piece. There we go. So first layer then would be, oh, no, first layer is your laser cut paper. Also, if you don't like gold, can't stand gold, don't want to use it, the opposite side of all these are white. So you could have the white up if you prefer. I like the gold. Let's make it glittery. So there's that. Okay, and then my statement piece will go over that. Nope, my layered piece, my pattern piece will go over that. So I'm going to put a tear and tape strip over that as well. That'll just allow the glue to kind of sink in between that laser cut piece That's through the center. And then my statement piece is right there. Now I almost reached for my dimensionals to pop this up, but then when it mails, all these delicate little leaf things might get damaged. So I'm going to prefer to make sure that statement piece is flush with the card base. So we're going to do some tear and tape again. I'll just do 3 strips. And what I love about the tear and tape is it's just that. It's you tear it and tape it and then pull up. If you don't have fingernails or your fingers aren't working, you can get your take your pick tool and use your take your pick tool to separate the backer sheet from the adhesive. There. All right, so I'm going to center my statement piece on my strip of right there and top to bottom. Next, we've got our ribbon. So I opted to do ribbon this way, one long piece instead of doing something like this, like I did on my sample. So we're going to do one long piece. Again, we're going to pull in my tear and tape. Tear and tape is going to be my adhesive of choice for this card, along with my liquid glue. So pull that off. And then I decided to attach my gold piece just through the center of that. Again, some tear and tape. That'll work like that. Almost got it. When we do things on camera, it always seems to not want to work quite right, or as quickly as when we're not getting filmed. There we go. Okay, so then we've got our tag and our small little leafy piece. Again, I am tempted to pop that up, but since I have this delicate leafy piece, I want that flush against the card base. So I'm just going to center my tag, and then this delicate piece, we're just going to use a little bit of liquid glue on the back. And white against white with all my bright lights here. Let's see how well I do. There we go. Got a little bit there. Just using the tip to kind of move it around, the glue around a little bit. That should be good. So angle it on the hello. And then we've got our strip of gold glitter enamel shapes. So since they're on a clear backer sheet, you can kind of move them around your card to decide where you want to position all your pieces. And I kind of like 3 there, the little ones there. You may not use all of them on your card. I kind of like the little ones right here. The large ones just are too large for everything else. They're overpowering, but I like the 3 smaller ones. So just pull up with your take your pick tool. And do 3 little ones, starting from the larger size down to the smaller size. Here we go. And then if you wanted to jazz up your inside, that's not quite straight. It's hard to get stuff straight when you're filming because we're looking at an angle, but you're looking straight down. That looks good. Okay, and then I've got a couple of glitter shapes left. Could put them in the inside of the card. Maybe I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could I make a little design in the corner? What do you think? Start with the larger one. Press down. Okay. There, we got 5 things. We used all of the kit contents. Oh, I see I separated. Oh, make sure if you're using your Take Your Pick tool, you don't separate your gem from your backer sheet. So I'm going to fix that. Will that work? Yeah, that will work. Kind of press back down. There we go. Oh, and again, they're not quite straight. Looks good, right? All right. So then find your clear envelope. Tuck it back in. Use an Avery address label to put your address up there and down there and mail it through. And it'll go through the mail just like that. I've got 2 more projects that you can create using your kit if you didn't like the full card design. So for this project, I pulled in the stamp set Forever Fern, and I mounted the eucalyptus looking stamp. And then all over the pattern paper, I've stamped that using shaded spruce. So you just find a white spot and fill in. So remember, you can always stamp on your pattern paper to jazz it up if you don't particularly like the pattern or if it's just too neutral looking for you. So here's the pattern paper that's unstamped. Okay, just want to make sure you're aware of that. And here is what I stamped previously. I'm going to pull in this cello bag. So I've just tucked the back in just so I can reuse this bag. But you'll tuck your treat in and seal it up. And then this pattern paper is cut so it will fit over the top of the bag. So let's just flip that over, meeting end to end. And then you can slip it over the top. And then here's another one of the statement pieces that was included in the kit. A tag that I've already stamped, hello, hello, hello. And that's using the Label Me Fancy punch. Forgot to mention that before. And since this is a 3D party favor, I don't mind that I'm making stuff dimensional. So we're going to pull on our thick dimensionals. And I'm actually going to put one more over on this side because I want to help anchor down that statement piece there. So again, like the first project, I'm going to pull in some tear and tape and just put some tape where my video stopped filming just as I was attaching the statement piece. So it was attached using a piece of tear and tape, and then my tag was attached using some of the dimensionals. And then I just wanted to share that to attach your tag topper, you can put some adhesive on the front and the back side of your cello envelope, or you could staple your tag topper directly to your bag and then use your tag to cover up the staple. So quick, easy, fun, and alternate use to your kit contents. If you decided to make the tag topper cello treat bag, you'll still have some supplies left in your kit to use. So here is how I use the rest of the supplies. I added the Whisper White to the inside, and then the strip of Designer Series paper at 1 by 4 inches I've added to the top on the inside. The cardstock, the card base shaded spruce, I've actually run through the embossing machine using our Forever or Greenery embossing folder. This is one of the 2 embossing folders included in the pack. Here is the second one. It's more of a leafed viney design. All right, and this, the one that I've chose though, has got an open center piece. So if you've got this layer in your kit, this is perfect for this embossing folder. You've got a nice little open piece there. All right, and for this card, I'm going to have the white up and not the gold. Next, you've got a piece of the open weave ribbon, and did you know that our Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based markers? They've got 2 tips, and you can use the fat or the thin tip to color images, but you can also use them to color our ribbons. So most of our ribbons can be colored using the Stampin' Blends, and you can saturate that as much as you'd like. I just kind of want an open organic look. And it's pretty dry. This is a green, so I would set it aside for a few seconds and let the alcohol dry out of it. Next, I'm going to layer this on the front. So I actually punched another tag, so you go ahead and punch another tag from your stash. That will go there. This is one of the leaf pieces included in the gold package. So I'm going to have the white up again. Oops, I forgot to put in my gold thread. That I will layer underneath the tag and on top of the ribbon for a little bit of pop of gold. And then the few glitter enamel dots I've got left, I would probably layer them along the spine of this leaf. So there you go. You've got 2 alternate projects using your Kint contents, just adding another tag from your stash and then embossing the card base. Come along with me as I give you a catalog tour of the fabulous products I used in your kit today. So I highlighted the products from the Forever Greenery suite, which is on page 108 of the annual catalog. So you get a couple of designs from the concept artist and then the pattern paper. Flip the page over and you'll see the stamp set that's included in the kit. And look for these little circles that say 10% off. That means you get 10% off whatever's included in the bundle. In this case, it's the stamp set and the framelits. Also wanted to point out, if you just want to buy it all and use the suite item number, you'll still get 10% off the stamp set and the framelit set. Okay, let's flip to the next page, which is our fabulous color collections. So your cardstock was shaded spruce. And then I used these Stampin' blends in the light to color the open weave ribbon. So the blends come in the dark and the light. It's a 2-color combo pack. The pattern paper I used was the Forever Greenery. So here you get a better picture. And the rest of our designer series paper, we also have another page right there. The Forever Gold Laser Cut Specialty is on page 152. So you can see all of the different statement pieces and smaller leaf images that are included. And then page 153 are the clear medium envelopes. That's the packaging I used in your kit and you might have used to make a tag topper with. The embellishments. So the gold hoops, page 156. I have not used those on a project yet, but stay tuned. In the second segment, I'll share a project using the gold hoops. And the gold glitter enamel dots. You get a lot of dots on your sheets, 160 pieces total. The ribbon, I use both of the ribbons in the suite collection, so the open weave and the gold. You get 10 yards of the gold and 5 yards of the open weave. The punch shape I included in your kit came from the Label Me Fancy punch, and yes, I hand punched all of the pieces in your kit. So the punch also has a circle and a slot for ribbon insertion. So you've just punched that on your tag. And then the dies are way back on page 175. So here's another sample using the dies in the stamp set. And then I wanted to point out that we've got several pages of bundles. So dies and stamp sets. All of these are specially priced at 10% off the individual components. And after those pages, we've got just the dies that are not bundle priced, but they also have coordinating stamp sets, or most of them do. Last are the embossing folders. So I used that on the alternate project. It's the Greenery embossing folder right there. So now you're asking, how can you get your hands on a catalog? You can download a copy from my blog at superawesomestamper.com. The Christmas catalog, the August to December catalog, is also available to download at my blog. All right, thanks for coming along with me on my catalog tour. We'll see you in the next segment. I am showcasing the Forever Greenery product suite from Stampin' Up! In my presentations today. So here's another design using products from that suite. I particularly wanted to highlight these gold hoops. So you get 10 in a package. They're pretty thin. If you didn't go all crazy with your card design like I did, they certainly can be mailed with one postage stamp. So let me give you some tips on assembling my card. First step is to pull out your shaded spruce ink pad and stamp some of your Forever Fern stamps. So I'm using the soft seafoam cardstock so that the shaded spruce ink will stand out. So I'm done with my stamps. I'm done with my ink pad. So let's close that up. I've already got my sentiments stamped right here, and I'm going to show you a trick. So here is the label that I use, or the punch that I used in your kit. So I had a scrap. So put your scrap on a Post-it note. Okay, I'm going to look through, perfectly position your sentiment. Make sure it's where you want it, and press down. So your Post-it note never gets punched through, but you got a perfectly positioned image. All right. These, by the magic of television, I've already die cut. I'm going to show you the die cuts that I used on the card. So these are all the die cuts that I used on the card. This one is back here. These are the these three other ones I just stamped. This is a little swag underneath the bow. The gold leaves right there, and I also did some shaded spruce leaves on the inside. There are additional die cuts in the set, in the Forever Flourishing dies. So these are the ones I did not use on this card today. Okay, so let me pull in my card base. And got my Whisper White attached to the inside already. Here is one of the embossing folders included in the suite. Oh, and I got ink on my fingernails. Imagine that, right? So I embossed. It is not a full 4 1/4 inches. So I just did the section that is embossed. I think it adds kind of a nice contrasting detail to have a section that is not embossed. I also embossed a piece of the soft seafoam cardstock. Then I've got a piece of the pattern paper from the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper pack. So I like both of these sides because I like a lot of contrasting color. But I particularly like the ones with the plants. So we're going to have that one up. I don't know, should I have this up? No, I really like this side, so we're going to have this side up. So when I am attaching pieces that have been embossed, I tend to pull out my green glue. So the Tombow multi-glue, because the glue will sink in between all those little impressions and adhere your layers together. So that will go there. I'm going to press down for a few seconds and make sure that glue's got a little bit of a time to dry. Okay, so the inside of my card got a couple of layers on the inside. Always 3 things for me. I only had the gold swag and the 2 shaded spruce sprigs, and I didn't like it. So this is where this larger stamped image came in. Pull a little bit of all 3 of the elements from the outside of the card to the inside. So press down. And then this is one of the delicate leaves that are part of the collection. Those laser cut pieces. And then 2 of these. So it's nice that this die set actually has 4 of these little leaf pieces. That way you don't have to run 4 times through your die cutting machine to get 4 pieces. You only need to run it once. So I'm just using a little bit of my green glue on the back of that. So that just dresses up the inside nice. So while that dries for a second, I'm actually going to pull in this sheet of the what I was calling the statement pieces and the little leaf pieces. So here is this sprig right here. Okay, we're not going to use any statement pieces on the front of our card for this time, but we are going to use an assorted leaf selection. So this one's going to be on the next one, these right here. And I'm going to show you what you can do with all of these little pieces that are the negative space. That's what I cut out using the dies for this piece, and then 2 of the leaves. So those 2 leaves, and then this little thing right here, were cut using the negative. So see that right there? Tip it a little bit, maybe you can see it a little better. All right, so just want to make you aware that all those negative pieces, you can cut a ton of little gold leaves in the little half moon kind of thingy. All right, so let's pull in all of my pieces I've die cut and start assembling. Whoops. They're pretty delicate. So I had to figure out a way to attach all these delicate leaves without having all the glue showing. So my idea was to make a base. So you always start from the bottom and work your way up with your layers. So use a little bit of glue there, just strategically on the larger pieces of the leaves. Not a lot because it's going to squish out. And about in the center of the card, so I'm just eyeballing, you know, where the center line is. Because what will happen is your eye will go to the top and read the sentiment, come down to that big soft seafoam leaf statement, swirl around the wreath, and open up the card. At least that's how it works in my head. All right, so now we're going to put the glue away for a second. And I am going to pull in these. So my leaf shapes are what I'm going to adhere those gold pieces to. So just put a glue dot in the center and attach that glue dot to your hoop. And then another glue dot in the center of that one. Attach it in the opposite side so the tips of the stems meet. And this right here, I got a little delicate lacy leaf. I'm actually going to attach that to behind the hoop. So pull that up, attach that there, and that glue dot will be covered up by the hoop. So we won't worry about that glue kind of seeping out on us. Then we're going to put this one here and this one here. So for that, I think I'm going to do another glue dot. These pieces were a little bit more full, so they weren't the skeleton pieces that I have on the sample right there. Just like that. And then this one as well. I'm going to position my glue dot towards the bottom, partly because I'm going to put a bow on the bottom as well. But you can use a little bit of green glue on these too, because that soft seafoam stamped piece will absorb all the green glue if you use liquid glue. And then this gold little swag that I cut out from the negative of those gold overlays. You can use green glue again because it's going to be catching on some paper there, but for ease of use, I'm just going to use my glue dots. Okay, oh, stuck on my finger. So that kind of secures them all in place. And I've got a bow I've got already tied, and I wanted to put a little bit of gold on that bow. So just tie it off the roll. That way maybe you don't waste as much. Set that down. And I'm pretty sure I did a double knot. Although you maybe don't need one because I'm going to put a piece of gold glitter dot over it. Let's see. Yep, I don't need it. You just tie it a little tight and kind of zhuzh it to the center. And you'll be good. I thought I should do this off camera. I got the vanilla weave bow tied off camera. There. Cinch it through the center. And then just cut it off. And that's going to go right over the center of your swag. Just like that. So now this end is kind of loose. I'm going to do the same thing on this end. So you just work it in between your fingers until it kind of frays a little bit. Okay. So I am going to secure this down with a glue dot that will also secure that knot. And both of these ribbons are included in the ribbon pack, part of the suite collection. You can buy just the ribbons if you want, just the gold hoops, just the pattern paper, just the gold overlays, or just go ahead and purchase it all with that suite number. So you don't have to enter in quite so many item numbers. All right, now next, we've got our gold glitter enamel shapes. You can decide which size you want because they're on these clear strips, but I like the largest size. Oops, and that one bounced right up at me. So right there. And then for the final adhere down, I'm going to use some glue dots. I'm just going to find that gold hoop, attempt to find it on camera. Okay, gold hoop, press down on that glue dot. And then we're going to do a third one as well, just to give it a little more secure, right underneath the bow. There. Okay. And I'm going to position it right next to the two pieces I've already got on there. Pretty, right? Okay, so you gotta straighten up your bow, and you gotta even up the tails a little bit so they're the same length. Try to make sure all that gold stuff gets in the trash can. The last little thing on the front is I'm gonna pull in my Stampin' Blend marker, the light shaded spruce. I'm going to take the fat tip, there's also a thin tip, and I'm going to pull this up. Can you see? I just added some color to the edges of the bow. So it makes the bow be not quite as stark. And you could have done this to your ribbon before you made your bow. I just thought I would show you how to do it after you've got it attached. Because sometimes you look at a card and something's missing. Usually you need a little bit of an embellishment, or you need some non-paper items on there, or you just need a little pop of color. So this is just providing a little bit of a pop of a color. There. Okay, so we got a couple more things to add. Our friend. To a friend that makes me smile. And I have a person in mind to mail this card out to. So that's why I chose this sentiment from this stamp set. So just put that on the back, and as long as I've got the liquid glue, it's going to be used to adhere that down. All right, and then a little bit of liquid glue on the back side of this one. It's white on white with all my lights, so it's kind of hard to see. That just fills in that space right there and kind of forces the eye to the sentiment. So pretty, right? So here's my sample, and here's the one we just did. So if you like my presentation so far, what are your next steps? Well, logically, it would be to place an order. And I wanted to point out again that I've been showcasing products from the Forever Greenery suite by Stampin' Up. It's on page 108 of the annual catalog. So this page shows all the products included in this suite, like a little sampling of it. The gold hoops that I just used on the card, the designer series paper, the ribbons, the gold overlays, and the embossing folders, in addition to the stamp set and the dies. So if you wanted to get it all, I would suggest using the suite collection item number 154143. It's $105. That will certainly get you to my show special, which is a PDF tutorial of 20 different projects. So included in that tutorial will be the projects that I created along with you today. So the 4 projects that are shown right there. You can review all the details of the show special at my blog, which is superawesomeStamper.com. Everything starts there at my blog. Review the show special details and links to place an order through my online store, in addition to the host code that you need to use in order to get that PDF tutorial in your email box. All right, I still have a few more things to show you, so be sure to come on back. Would you like a box of perfectly coordinating Stampin' Up! Pre-cut card making kits? Then my Kits in the Mail program might be for you. These are my September Kits in the Mail designs, so you'll get 3 each of the 4 designs in your box, plus a package of the vellum doilies. Included in the kit will be all the supplies pre-cut. However, Stampin' Up! Does not allow us to include these stamped images, so I do ask that you purchase the Nothing's Better Than bundle to finish the cards, or use some stamps and dies from your stash. Here are the dies, and then here is the stamp set. So who wouldn't love to have this stamp set on their shelf? Very cute and very timely. And then in the catalog, it's on page 91. And if you purchase the stamp set and the die together as a bundle, you get 10% off. And then back here on the die, page 176, you'll see an additional sample. So you need to purchase the stamp set and dies to complete your cards. However, everything else should be cut and in your card kits for you. You can get all the details for my Kits in the Mail program by going to my blog at superawesomestamper.com and click on the Kits in the Mail icon. That will take you to my current offering, which should be my September Kits in the Mail. The kits change every month, so be sure to check back towards the end of the month, early in the beginning of the month for the offerings to change. I hope you take me up on my Kits in the Mail. I certainly love my designs, especially for this month. I'm not sure which one I like the best. Drop a comment and let me know which one you like. I don't know, this being fall, I think probably pumpkin spice, but I really like the chocolate. I love cookies, and fun cocktails are always a nice treat on a hot summer day. All right, again, check out my blog at superawesomestamper.com for my Kits in the Mail program. If you need an easier paper crafting solution, either for yourself or to mail directly to somebody else, Paper Pumpkin by Stampin' Up! Is your answer. These kits are curated by Stampin' Up! Each month. The designs change each month. They might be cards, they might be 3Ds, they might be a mixture of cards and 3Ds. So included in the kit are black and white instructions, and then the full color on the front to show you how the kit looks as intended. And then inside will be adhesive. Sometimes it's strips of this tear and tape, glue dot, dimensionals. You get a Stampin' spot, you get the photo palm or stamp set, and your first kit you get a thin acrylic block to mount your stamps on. So make sure if you get a Paper Pumpkin kit, you save that block, don't throw it out. And then your ribbon are usually on a spool, so you have to grab your own scissors to cut out the ribbon. So I just wanted to share that. The pieces in the kit are die cut, so you just have to punch them out from the backer sheets and use them that way. So easy peasy. Usually it's just stamping and assembling. So these are the pieces actually that were left over from this kit from last year. So I got a lot of pieces I can reuse for fall projects this year. Like I said, sometimes they're cards, sometimes they're 3D. So this kit was some cards. This kit was pop-up cards, and this kit was some more cards. So we never know what's in the kit, although they have been giving us sneak peeks on the Paper Pumpkin Facebook page. So something like colors or project type, and that's just so that in case you don't want to do the project, I know a lot of people don't like to do 3Ds, they'll usually will tell us that so we can opt out that month. So I would recommend that you purchase 1, 3, 6, or 12 months through my online store at sjsinks.stampinup.net. That's my online store. The superawesamestamper.com is my blog, and you can access my online store through my blog. So if you purchase a 6-month, you get $1 per month savings. If you purchase a 12-month, you get $11, or you get 1 box free. Essentially, it's buy 11 get 1 free. I have a couple of kits in stock that I'm happy to mail on. So I've got the June box of sunshine. So this is the actual box. I haven't unwrapped it yet. I've got the summer nights kit. This is how they normally come, but sometimes they give us specialty colored boxes. I've got the world's greatest kit. Again, this is how they normally come. And then the May kit of color introduced the new in colors, so they gave us a special fun box for that. So like I said, I'm happy to mail those on. And if you want more information about Paper Pumpkin, go to my blog at superawesamestamper.com. From there, you'll click on the Paper Pumpkin link, and that will get you to my online store where you get the rest of the details. Look for these icons on my blog, Paper Pumpkin, the annual and August to December catalog, and kits in the mail to access this info. I've given you a lot of ideas today, so I hope you liked my presentation. Stampin' Up! Has one more promotion that I can share with you. So during the month of September, they've got the Get and Go Starter Kit promotion. So if you decide that you would like to take the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator opportunity, I would be happy to discuss it with you, what it would mean to be a member of my team. Stampin' Up! Is offering some additional supplies to be included in your starter kit. So included will be the 𝐂𝐚𝐨𝐬 stamp set, the So Much Love stamp set, a package of the rhinestone jewels, and 16 total card packs. All pre-cut pieces, so all you have to do is add your blocks and inks and your paper crafting kits, and away you go. So I wanted to show the stamps in the catalog. You get a better idea of what's included. So you'll get the So Much Love stamp set, and then here is a concept artist design right there using that stamp set. In your starter kit for September, you'll also receive the Queen Anne's Lace stamp set. That's a photopolymer stamp set. And then here are a couple of concept artist samples using that stamp set. You will get a package of the rhinestone basic jewels right here. And then you'll get all this cut cardstock. So they're going to cello wrap it, it looks like, and put it on cardboard. So if you want to invite a few people over, all you need to do is add your inks and your block and your adhesive, and you got a party ready to go, something to share with your friends. So again, contact me if you'd like to discuss what it means to be a member of my Super Awesome Stampers team. I'd be happy to discuss what I offer. In addition, if you'd like to sign up, go directly to my online store at sjsinks.stampinup.net and click the Join button. That's where Stampin' Up! Lets you know your demonstrator benefits, and the legal stuff about Stampin' Up! Is there too, and then the link to actually sign up is on my online store as well. Hey Stampers, thanks for watching my presentations today. I featured the Forever Greenery Sweet Collection by Stampin' Up! I showcased 4 different designs using these products. I also shared my Kits in the Mail program, and the September kits featured the Nothing's Better Than bundle. So I hope you like that Kits in the Mail program and order a kit in the future, especially the September bundle. I think it's my favorite so far. I also shared the Paper Pumpkin program by Stampin' Up! So that's a monthly fun surprise in your mailbox, or ship it to somebody else. If they are not a paper crafter, or if you want to try to get them to paper craft with you, Paper Pumpkin is the way to go. It's an easy paper crafting experience to share. All right, follow up by liking my blog at superawesamestamper.com. I've got a Facebook page. Again, search for Super Awesome Stamper Shirley Merker, and I'm there. I also have a YouTube channel, so follow me there. All right, have a good day, and we'll stamp with you soon. Bye.